So it is that time of year again, everybody, where as a content creator for the Hunter Call of the Wild, but also as an avid player and lover of the game, we have to start to ask ourselves what is coming next in the Hunter Call of the Wild. It's October, mid-October right now. If the past is any indication of the future, we should be able to expect a new map this December, which means clues will start to go out usually in November, late October, that will start to point towards what is coming next in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Now we know that when the previous most recent map was added to the game, Revontuli Coast, it came with a new great one. So not only am I racking my brain trying to figure out what might be the next map in the Hunter Call of the Wild, coming up with predictions and setting my sights on some of my top picks for a new map, I'm starting to wonder as well, what could the next great one be that will be coming to the Hunter Call of the Wild? Now we've been told, and a lot of us do believe, that we are going to be getting new great ones that are going to be on base maps in the game. That means animals that are in Hirschfelden or in Leighton Lakes. Now, of course, this is not etched in stone. They have said this in the past, that the new great ones that are coming will be on one of those two maps. But of course, things can change and things can evolve. So what I want to focus on in this video are basically, I've got a few top picks, top predictions, top expectations for what might be coming as the next great one in the game. But in this video, I want to focus on the Rocky Mountain elk. Now, the reason I want to do that is Silver Ridge Peaks recently got a complete full reset, and that reset made the Rocky Mountain elk much more viable in the game, much easier to hunt, a much longer drink time to hunt them, and they are just vastly more prominent on Silver Ridge Peaks. The herds are bigger, there are more bulls, they are much easier to hunt, and if I had to guess what the next great one will be in the Hunter Call of the Wild, I think the Rocky Mountain elk would have to be in my top 5. Now, what would this mean for the game if the next great one is the Rocky Mountain elk? I think it would be received very well. I think it would be good for the game. Now, this would only bring another great one animal to Silver Ridge Peaks, one map only. It is a map that already has a great one on it, so we wouldn't see another great one on a map that currently doesn't have a great one. So I think that would be a downside to a Rocky Mountain elk great one. I think the upside would be that a lot of people love hunting the Rocky Mountain elk now on Silver Ridge Peaks since that reset. It's a very popular grind. A lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people are really enjoying hunting them. I think it would be a good great one grind. For me, I think it could be maybe too easy of a grind. It is very, very indicative of a red deer T-owl roll grind. They're kind of just everywhere. Very easy to hunt, very easy to find your zones and to start a grind. But I don't think it would be a bad thing. I think there's a very good chance that if they do go ahead and do a Rocky Mountain elk for the next great one, I think it would look incredible. They can really go all out and do a really, maybe a few different antler variations for some big non-typical Rocky Mountain elk, and I think they could look very, very cool. I would hope that they would do maybe a few different antler variations, and then I would hope that they would do what they did with the whitetail and what they haven't done since the whitetail, and that is make some rare variations for the great one, like the albino and the piebald. Maybe add a couple that are only exclusive to the great ones that are a rare fur type, so that we can get like an ultra rare great one that almost no one would ever see. Now, we know that based on some of the past polls that EW has done on their YouTube channel in the community tab, they've done some polls asking people what they would like to see as some new great ones in the game. I know that elk have done very well. As a matter of fact, I think they even did better than moose on one of the recent previous polls. When kind of moose were winning all of the polls, they did one where they added elk into there, and I think elk actually won that poll. So I think it's really important moving forward for EW. I think it would be very smart to start to do things that the community is asking for, rather than things that are more kind of out of left field, more risky. The black bear great one kind of came out of nowhere. The Mississippi map, people are begging for Africa 2.0, Alaska 2.0, Australia. The black bear, like I said, the black bear great one kind of came out of left field. It was a bit of a risk. Some people really loved it. A lot of people weren't interested in it, and now, especially with the black bears drinking at night, with the mountain lions drinking at the same time, a lot of people don't want to do that. So I think it's really important to, we can see from what people are saying, what the polls are saying, what people want, and people want a great one moose, they want a great one elk, a great one fallow deer, great one mule deer. I think it's important that the next great one is something that the people have been asking for, and I think that's between moose, Rocky Mountain elk, fallow deer, mule deer, some of the more popular ones. I hope that they do go with another antlered species for this next great one. But yeah, Rocky Mountain elk are probably, I would say, definitely in my top 5 for my hopes and expectations for the next great one. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you have any cool ideas for what a Rocky Mountain elk great one would be like in the game, what it could be like, some things that you guys would like to see. What do you guys want to see for the next great one? What are you expecting? What are you hoping for? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're on the road road to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you guys very much. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.